Hello.
Oh, sorry.
You know what? I was thinking to myself, I was in my head prepping, I'm going to write this week, we're going to do a proper introduction and it's going to be professional because every week we kind of go, hello, welcome, you seem to have called us. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to another Nomad stream. This week we're going to be streaming the Dragons expansion beta. So the Dragons expansion is for the game Talisman Digital Edition, and it's going to be the next one out. It's currently in beta, we're currently working on it, and today we're going to be playing a game with the community. I should probably drop over to Twitch to make sure that we're
twitching.
we are live. Hi Cheshire Cat Girl. We are twitching. We are live. And we're live on YouTube. We are good to go.
Hey, YouTube.
Hi Mom. Yeah, so I am Gareth in the forums on Steam. I am known as Fommelhort, and I am a producer for Nomad Games. I do QA for Talisman and also community stuff.
My name's Amanda. I am a junior artist and I have to do some testing and bits.
Sweet. So we're good to go. Are we all right on the iPad?
It's just downloading the effects now because we are a smooth operation. When I was like, oh yeah, let's use an iPad, and you went, oh, so you have a build with an iPad build on, and I was just like, yes, give me a minute. So hopefully I've got the right build.
So as we go along changing things in the game, every change that you would make either on the code side, on the art side, on the tech side, you have to commit to an overall version of the game. Every time you commit something new, it creates a new build of the game. So after, like, we're something like 52,000 different builds of the game in Talisman's lifetime. So we will pick one eventually and go, that's what's going live. And as we're going through this process of changing many things as we update and develop and fix the game, we are constantly renewing the actual version we're using to test.
Yeah.
So the version that's currently on the beta group is not necessarily the version that's going to be on the iPad or the Android or this PC.
And if you've got different builds, it's and go online with them different builds, it can break.
Yes, because there'll be updates and fixes in one version that won't be in the other. So when you try and mash them together, either it'll crash, or if you're online, the most likely thing that will happen is you'll get what's called a desync, which is where you split into your own separate games. So it'll kind of go, X person has left your game, X person has left your game, when in fact they're all in the same game still. You've left theirs. Hi Benny, hi Raging Whiskey, hi Florage. Everyone's on early.
Yay! You are more on time and organised than we are, apparently.
I think last week we went, should we both play in the same... No, it wasn't. The last Talisman stream we did, we were like, should we get an iPad and we'll play separately against the community? And I got the iPad, sat down, and was like, oh, wrong build.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I think I'm pretty sure I've got the right build. If the number you told me was the right number. I've noticed your buttons are greyed out.
That's not good. It's also saying I'm on 150 ping. Let's have another go. There we go.
There you go. So right,
so if I open a game, you join it.
Oh, I can see it.
Because we've got like 25-second advantage.
Woohoo! There we go.
That's confusing.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Hello, Cheshire Cat Girl. Hello, Toothless. Hello, Freddo Wind. Freddos! Woohoo!
Is that what we're going for, Freddo? You're now Freddo.
You're now Freddo. Sorry, Fedor. Fedor?
Freddo.
Freddo, sorry.
You're Freddo now.
Do you remember when Freddos used to be cost 10p?
Back in my day. So, quite confusingly, we're streaming from my Steam account, Fommelhort, and I'm also signed in to that iPad on Game Center as Fommelhort Nomad. So...
Devhaxio.
Yeah. Can you spare a full game to send us?
Blood for the blood god.
Yeah, let's get setup done whilst you're deciding whether you can play. We're going to have everything on.
Everything on. Do you know what I've quite enjoyed doing is everything except the corner expansions. But yes, that's fine. And can I have the dragon tower, please?
Okay. Revealed endings. Right, endings. We want domain. We've been told to use domain.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got domain on.
Yep.
Revealed endings.
Yep.
Sudden death. Well, 30 will do. Are we doing bloodbath?
What if we're doing bloodbath? I say turn off sudden death.
There we go.
Okay.
So we're in for a full game, whether so it's death or ending.
Yeah. Blood or barrier.
Treasure rewards, random treasures, no NPCs.
Yeah.
Tower, you wanted?
Tower, yes please.
No
Because the movement on the tower is interesting.
Ooh.
Because it's quite unintuitive. It's not particularly intuitive.
Also on YouTube. Shouldn't leave YouTube out.
Nah, I use YouTube all the time. It's pretty good.
Right. So I think we're set up. And just need to ready up.
Yay!
Send us. Cheshire.
Yoop yoop.
6:20. I think that's what time Amanda normally abandoned us anyway.
I'm not too bad this week. I think I can last until about 7 o'clock, and then I'll abandon you.
Oh, start game. We're on, mate.
Beta build. Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Is it going to say it on this one? Oh no, we're good. It doesn't say it on this one.
We've not got any... I put character selection on, so we could all pick dragon characters.
Yeah.
And then we all left it on random because no one realised. Right, is what it is. We're off.
Oh, that's good. The Elementalist is quite good.
Yeah,
there's 2 Saracens.
I like Saracen. It's a good character.
The art's pretty good as well, isn't it?
It's alright.
Shameless plug.
Right, so I've no idea. What is the best way to approach the dragons?
I have only been playing dragons without the corner expansions on, and that is just kind of like you sort of windmill the outer region until you're strong enough, and then you can go in. Because I think, especially with
Are we on for a restart? Restart's been suggested.
Okay, yeah, I don't mind.
Hold on.
Restart.
Restart for dragon characters.
Woohoo! Oh, bail out.
We'll go again. New public game. Main is back on.
And we can pick dragon characters. So I've already picked Dragon Priestess dibs. She's quite handy.
Character choose is a must.
I think especially for the...
Everyone's back in at least.
Yeah.
Now who do I go? I'm going to go the Minotaur. I've played him before.
I think the dragon characters seem to be geared towards the dragon expansion. So there's lots of, I think, like the Dragon Priestess. She's immune to Dragon Rage, which is pretty handy. Oh, do you want to check the expansion rules as well, actually, whilst we're here? Because sometimes they get reset, don't they?
Right, at the start of the game, draw 1 Draconic Lord card at random and place it face up on the Crown of Command. This is the Dragon King for the game. Whenever a character draws an enemy with strength, immediately take the top card from the Varthrax decks and place it on top of the adventure deck of the character's region. Whenever a character draws an object, immediately take the top card from the Cadarus deck and place it on top of the adventure deck of the character's region. Whenever a character draws an enemy with craft, immediately take the top card from the Grillipus deck and place it on top of the adventure deck of the character's region.
Now do it with voices!
Whenever a character kills an enemy from a dragon card, he may claim a matching dragon. Scale from the dragon. It's like Northern Irish into Scotland there.
Whenever a character instructed to draw a dragon token, summons the dragon rage of the Dragon King instead. Hang on. A character on the Crown of Command must confront the Dragon King.
if a character removes the Dragon King's last life, he wins the game.
No. That's how you do it.
That was solid, that.
Mm.
Right, we're going. We're off again. Nay. I agree. It was strange. Waiting on you. Draw a spell.
Oh.
So if you've stumbled onto the stream and you've no clue what is going on, this is Talisman Digital Edition, and the best way of describing it is it's Dungeons and Dragons meets Monopoly. You get to roll for movement, you go around the board, certain spaces let you interact with certain events, certain spaces let you draw cards, like so. Certain cards are going to be followers, enemies, strangers, places, events, and the aim of the game is to get to the very centre of the board, and then depending on what the ending is, depends on what you do when you get there. But ultimately, roll and move, get stronger. I think that's the regular
Sounds
intro.
about right.
We've got all the characters over on the left of the screen, and they've all got numbers next to them. Red is your strength, blue is your craft, green is your life, purple is your fate. That allows you to re-roll the dice once per interaction, and the goldy yellowy thing is the gold, surprisingly, which is the currency of the game.
P-R-I. I'm typing. F-A-V-O-R.
You're having fun typing.
I am. It's the future. Computers are making people more user-friendly every day.
Computers are making people more user-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
I saw it on a t-shirt once. That's the extent of my knowledge. I thought it was quite funny.
Right, what am I? I'm a Minotaur. Whenever you're about to engage in battle during your turn, you may stampede and add the result of your movement die to your strength until the end of the battle, but I don't get to wear any armour.
Mm.
That's sweet. I'm just
I
gonna...
suppose you're a bit too big
Wouldn't make sense.
for armour.
Hi, Pepsi Dad. Hola. Buenas titas.
I'm reading the cards because I haven't played much of Dragons because we've been a bit busy. We've got loads of other games
So-
at the moment.
So the stage that Dragon is currently in is sort of QA, sort of beta.
Mm.
So typically we give an expansion a QA run, which is quality assurance, where we go through and we test everything, make sure the game's working as it should, and then we unleash it on our beta group for them to cover all of the spaces that we missed. What we've decided to do this time round is invite more people into the beta. We made an open call. If you want to find out how to join the beta, go to Steam, just type beta in the search discussions bit. And also we've lengthened the amount of time that the beta is open so it overlaps on the QA period, which means more people looking at the game for a longer amount of time. It means for a stronger and more stable release.
That always gets me.
I like using that.
Strong
Was-
and stable.
It was a legitimate expression
It
before
is,
Brexit.
Yes.
I'm taking it back.
It's not even. It's not. You know. It wasn't. It's not really a Brexit thing, is it? It's a Theresa May thing, isn't she?
Oh
The
yeah, it's
one
not
who-
Brexit.
Nope.
Yeah, it was UK general election. All on the politics humour.
My partner can't stand it when people say Brexit because he's just like, people can't talk properly. It's Britain's, you know, getting out of the European Union. He says it better, but
It's common parlance. Common parlance dictates the direction of language.
yeah, it's a colloquialism. That's my favourite. That's my other one. When he tells me off for saying in it, he's
For
like,
saying in it.
in it. Yes, it's a colloquialism.
Is it? Ooh, Stafford balance.
In it. It is in it.
It is, unfortunately. It's an atrocious colloquialism.
But it's so handy for putting on the end of sentences when you're not too sure what to do.
Instead of saying, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And it's quite fun to spell as well, isn't it?
Do you know what word I like? My favourite word is overzealous, because the dictionary definition of overzealous is to be enthusiastic to almost dangerous proportions.
Yeah, I like that. It's quite exciting. I like the idea of you reading the dictionary because you're just like, Harry Potter, screw this, I'll read the dictionary.
I read all of Harry Potter and the dictionary. I didn't read all of the dictionary. I just like dictionaries. It's just fun to look at words. And also whenever people use words that I don't know. Like if I'm listening to music or I'm watching a film and someone says something, I'll immediately pause, Google, what's that word mean?
Yes, I'm reading The Witcher is based on a book. The game is based on a book.
Yep.
So they have translated the books, but they have used quite a lot of words, like long words that I don't quite know. So I'm just like, damn. How Google, what's this word? Oh, okay. Because there's like a funny word for bard that makes them sound. It's like a thespian or something, and they use it quite a lot in the Witcher books.
See, Sanders said that I've magical ability to remember every lyric from every rap video ever.
True.
It's not. Most songs, especially pop, rock, or ska, any music that I listened to in my teens, I remember the majority of words from. But rap is the exception because some rappers say a lot of words very quickly.
Yeah, that's true. So, it's true on ska music, is what you're saying.
It's just general music that I used to listen to, except rap.
Let's have a look. Where do I wish to go? So what is their play?
Go to the Hidden Valley. Draw 3 cards. Always.
Indeed.
So my favourite rapper is a guy, or one of my favourite rappers is a guy called Aesop Rock.
Okay.
And he is known for having the widest vocabulary among rappers.
Yeah.
There was someone on Reddit that documented the
might be here for a while.
unique use of words across like the top most popular rap groups, and it's like X amount, X amount, X amount. And someone said you should really include this indie rapper called Aesop Rock, and he's like way off the charts. It's like there's a graph point where there's like everyone's split left to kind of doesn't use that many unique words, to right uses loads, and then there's a central point that it focuses around where the majority of people tend to fall, and then Aesop Rock's off on his own.
I'll have to check it out.
He's interesting.
Okay. Good interesting, bad interesting.
Good interesting.
Alright, cool.
You misspelled.
Who's misspelled?
No, he didn't. Damn it, he didn't. Does it have 2 S's? To Google. No, it would, because it'd be miss and then spelled. Damn it.
So it would have 3 S's in it.
No.
It should have 2 S's in it.
Yes. He spelt it correctly.
How did you think it should be spelt?
With 1 S. Descendos, take your turn.
And like that, poof. Talisman time is the best time. Woohoo.
Do we need to be larger? Are we large enough? Are we loud enough? Is the game loud enough? Can you hear the wonderful sounds of Talisman?
That is a good question.
The dulcet tones.
That's Jethro. You and I are a bit more crash. What? In it? Oh, okay.
I just said that. Why are you grouping me with you? I said dulcet tones and you're like, you're so crass. Don't pretend to be higher than you are. I'm currently clutching the Zombie Lord staff.
Is it just so you got something to do with your hands?
Yeah.
I don't know, or is it like,
I'm
Wingardium Leviosa?
No, it wouldn't be that.
Okay.
It'd be like for that.
Okay.
Because I got mad stick skills.
I'm not. The last time I was like bat and twirling, I ended up breaking the lights, so I've stopped doing it. I've done it a bunch of times, so I've just stopped doing it.
I'm sure the kind of this stereotype would be like girls would be into baton twirling and lads are just like ninja sticks and stuff. I'm sure there's very much a large Venn diagram where there's a crossover.
I suspect I'm probably off it. Did you ever do meter sticks as swords?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Excellent. You're okay then. Meter sticks as swords. But no, I never used to twirl it because it always used to either break a light or fall on the floor. So whenever some point. So my brother's very good at doing that in his hand with a stick, like with a pen or something.
Oh yeah.
Or remote controls. He decided that was the thing he was to do, to start whizzing it in his hand.
I've turned the game up, Demi. No, Pepsi Dad. Let me know if it's too loud.
because it's way over there. I'm having to squint to see it.
I can.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I bring the screen to you.
It's because you know, sitting in front of a screen all day is quite nice for stuff to be far away. I'll be honest. No, it's okay. You can push it back.
Oh.
It's quite. You know, do you ever get this when you get out of the office and you just kind of like that? Oh my goodness! Everything's 3D. Oh, the air. Oh, it's so fresh.
You get that one, and then you go home and stay indoors and sit in front of another screen.
I try not to, because I think you just kind of end up getting all pasty and, you know, depressed and angry. Wait a minute, you're angry.
Any chance of there being a mobile season pass? The answer to that I do not know. That would be somewhere between programming and marketing. My guess at the reason is there isn't a proper way that Android or iOS offers bundling.
Yeah.
So we can't create a season pass that includes future stuff.
I seem to recall this question being asked, and that was the answer. And to compensate for that, the doobidoos, Android and iOS expansions are a bit cheaper.
Yes, they are.
So yes, I'm afraid that is. I believe that is the reason is no. There's no season passes for mobile, but the expansions should be cheaper. So there you
go. Steam is very, very dev friendly in terms of kind of setting up that kind of content bundling, and it also works out for fans and users and customers as well. So
well,
I think you get discounts.
They're quite open to feedback.
Yes.
So like you know, like the character packs. So something and the season pass in Steam as well. That we had a couple of folk who were kind of like, oh, I've bought these two expansions, but I want to get the rest, and it's cheaper for me to get the season pass, but I've already got these two expansions. What do I do? And for ages they didn't have anything to compensate for that. You just happen to have two copies of that particular expansion. But I think they've changed that. So you if you buy the season pass, it goes, oh yes.
It reduces the cost.
Yeah.
Proportionally to what you already own.
I think. So you'll have to double check.
I remember that coming in.
I seem to recall that being a conversation we had.
Yeah. So mobile pricing and season passes. We can't do season passes because we can't bundle, but everything is cheaper on mobile. Anyway, is the balance there?
And if you keep your eyes peeled, so they'll be on sale.
Oh, sale stuff.
Sale stuff.
Bundle stars have some massive thing.
The bumming sale thing is behind the monitor that you can have a look at after you've played your turn.
No, Bex emailed me.
Ooh.
Right, sales pitch.
Yeah.
So, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not taking on the green dragon. That's just kicked me in the face.
Do turn.
Do my turn, then talk. Dragon eggs. You may discard the dragon eggs at the Warlock's Cave to gain a talisman. If you're defeated by a dragon, you must ditch the dragon eggs.
That's kind of cool. I like the art as well.
I thought it was cool.
You'll never guess who did that art.
Felicia Cano.
Probably. It does.
Probably.
It does look. It looks like her style.
Oh yeah, what was I saying? Sales. Right.
Sales pitch.
Lapland Solitaire and Backgammon Blitz are currently in some bundle where you can get 80 quid's worth of games for £2.39.
Backgammon Blitz. Stop the press! Alright, go on.
Yeah. And the other one is we have a game coming out called Fighting Fantasy Legends, which is a digitization, adaptation, reimagining. It's not reimagining thing.
Adaptation.
Adaptation
I think
is the correct word.
Yeah.
Of the old Fighting Fantasy books by Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. So we're doing the books, the City of Thieves, the Citadels of Chaos, and the Warlock of Firetop Mountain.
Yep.
That'll all come as one game. You go through, you decide left, forward, or right, and then on the way you get random events, and there's also some crossover between the books, which kind of like refreshes the experience of the books if you have any fond memories of them. And it's a choose your own adventure game. You can currently pre-order that.
Ooh, go on. I didn't know you could pre-order this. This is news to me.
Right.
Ooh, okay.
On Bundle Stars, Gamersgate, and Green Man Gaming. Oh, and you get a 10% discount as well.
Oh, pre-order.
Yeah.
Ooh. Indeed.
Yep, that's right.
Cool. I was going to mention on Facebook they're doing like an advertising campaign where they're showing a bit of the gameplay footage and asking the audience to pick which way to go. So I've been playing with that.
FFL coming to mobile at the same time? Yes, it will be. So that's any iOS or Android device, I believe.
Fingers crossed. Is that going to get the pre-order as well? Do you know? On the mobile.
Not sure.
Fair enough.
'Cause I'm not sure if.
I suppose there's not really a pre-order culture for mobile games, I guess.
No, because Green Man Gaming, Bundle Stars, and Gamersgate pretty much deal Steam keys. Right?
Yeah. Okie doke. I was curious.
Is anyone winning yet? I'm still alive. Oh my god, you're almost dead.
2 lives, that's not bad. Well, I suppose it's pretty bad compared to everybody else. I don't know, Toothless has 2 lives as well. Hey,
Yeah.
2 live twins! Woohoo!
To be fair, he's not very good at the game.
He said it, not me!
You gotta go easy on the noobs.
Yeah, totally. Ooh, so what's Pepsi Dad saying there?
Would love to see you guys tackle Runebound, decent Talisman like game.
Descent. Oh. Sorry. Oh,
That's what you said. I was telling you.
You have to do it in a voice.
Decent Talisman like game that we play at home. Also from Fantasy Flight.
I have to look at that. Runebound. Frugal. To Google!
Runebound 3rd edition. It also completes.
Whoops, continue. Let's have a look. Ha 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 ha.
It's not bad. It's 484 on overall ranked.
Ooh. From Board Game Geek.
Yep.
Yes. Haha.
Board Game Geek is pretty much the Bible of how good a board game is. So Talisman's quite highly rated on
Is
it
it?
as well. I'm sure that Talisman revised 4th edition. Oh, 1068. So Runebound apparently is far higher rated than Talisman. Although Runebound is a reasonably new. It's the 2015 edition that I was just looking at.
I was looking at the Board Game Geek, you know, the top 10, and the number 1 when I looked
Pandemic Legacy.
was Pandemic Legacy, which, considering all the hate people are getting for Legacy style games, I find them quite interesting. I own Risk Legacy, and it's pretty fun.
I almost swore then. I do not like Risk.
Really.
I just get bullied.
It does invite a lot of bullying risk. The game asks you to play 15 games, and me and a bunch of friends bought it, and we were like, 15 games. We'll meet up once a month. It'll be great. It'll be fun. We've managed to do about 3 or 4 games, and so there was the old problem of trying to find time to do it. But by the 4th game, everything was getting so tense.
You're nearly dead. You've got one left.
Everybody was just like that. Oh, don't do this, don't do that. And they and it's the old, people bullying each other. Oh, don't mind me, don't mind me. And I'm just going to sit here and build up my forces. Oh yes, no, I'm not going to kill you at all. Just ignore me. Build up my forces. No, that's fine. I'm not going to kill you. Build up my forces. Poof. Demolish everybody on the board.
We had a family game of Risk at Christmas.
Okay.
And it was my wife, her brother, and her nephew.
Yeah.
No, cousin. And what happened was, one person attacked me.
Yeah.
Another person saw that I was weakened by this attack, so they attacked me.
Yeah.
And then the 3rd person went, well, he can't defend himself. I'm attacking him as well.
Yeah.
And I went.
Because you want the base. You want to get the bases, don't you?
So my end objective was get some 21 territories, which is the hardest one to have in the game.
Okay.
It might be 24. Something stupid. And then I immediately -3 territories from the start of the game, and just couldn't recover. And the whole entire game, I was just like, I hate it. Don't want to be here. I hate you all. I don't like you. I don't know why I married into this family.
Yeah, Raging Whiskey's terrible to play Risk with. Just like that. Ha ha ha! I play you all, Puppet Master.
Descendos says it the right way. It should be gang up on whoever is leading. What it turns into is gang up on whoever's losing to cannibalise their territories and resources.
It's quite entertaining. So me and my partner play it with some friends of ours, and these friends of ours. So my partner and her, they're proper like, you know, eye on eye. Yeah, we'll get each other's back. And me and my other friend are just like, don't! He'll stab you in the back. Don't do it.
It's a trap.
Oh, it's fine. John's never stabbed me in the back ever before, and I'm like, no! Oh my god!
12-hour Risk games. That's painful.
Sounds about right to me.
If we're doing requests and we can go to like the brass to the directors and ask for anything.
Yeah.
I would want Dead of Winter.
Yes.
Easily Dead of Winter.
Yes. I think I've played this Dead of Winter. I swear I have.
I know I've described it extensively on Slack. It's the one where you got to go out to like the petrol station or to the gas station or the school or the hospital and gather resources to take back to the home base. But the longer you are at any location, the more zombies you draw there.
Are the zombies paid by another player by perchance? No. Oh, okay. I'm getting this mixed up then. All right.
You might be thinking of Last Night on Earth.
Probably. Oh, something like, you know, oh no, the end is nigh, sort of thing. Can't remember.
Dead of Winter's dead fun though.
Alright.
Risk
like
like
7 days in. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
It's the equivalent of one game of Monopoly.
Yeah.
I had someone, my best mate, literally rage quit a game of Monopoly because I wouldn't trade.
Yeah.
I was like way behind, and
Okay.
he offered what he thought was a luxurious deal for me.
Yeah.
And I had the long game in mind.
Okay.
So I refused to deal with him.
Yeah.
And he was like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
You're losing. I'm giving you all this money, these territories. I just want that 3. And I'm like, nah, you're alright. He's like, but those 3 don't affect you. You're already past them. You can make 3 of your own. Here's some cash. I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm right. I'm quite okay where I am. You're losing horribly. I know. I'm alright. Long game.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not playing.
It's like that way. You ha 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 ha.
Yeah, he was
playing
like,
the strings.
You're just being spiteful now. Yeah, sure I am.
It's a problem with board games.
Why would you leave people on $1? I always leave people on $1, as if he's always winning Monopoly.
I haven't played Monopoly in years. I think the last I think I got a copy of like Manchester Monopoly a couple of Christmases ago, and I played that. But how do you win? I suppose you win a game of Monopoly when you make everybody else bankrupt.
Yes.
Which, you know, makes it quite a nasty game, really, though, compared to something like Talisman, if you think about it.
Yeah, you have to strong arm people out of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's saying that if you play any tournament games or any Talisman Cup games, Talisman Cup coming up in November, I think. I'm sure I saw a Toothless post about that. The people are ruthless on that because logically the quickest way to win the majority of board games is to just kill everyone.
Yeah.
It's not to play to the end.
But it's nice when there's an alternative route of winning.
Yes.
If the route of winning is demolish everybody. Because I mean, so I've rabbited on to you about Mechs vs Minions.
Yes, you have.
And that's a cooperative game. So you play it's a 4-player game, and you work together to try and beat all the minions. And that's quite nice. That's quite a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Though another cooperative game, which I did like, but I've kind of gone a bit off of, is Zombicide.
I heard of, not played.
It was a big Kickstarter campaign a while back, and that's another cooperative game. But I think the problem is I've played that game with a couple of people who were very much like, you're like, okay, this is a cooperative game. And so you sort of take input from other players, but you occasionally you'll get one player that like dictates what everybody else does. My
very first game of Pandemic, It was.
Ooh, yeah.
My best mate, the one that rage quit during Monopoly because I didn't know what I was doing, and he did. He told me what to do every single turn, and then after like an hour, I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, right, no, you need to be doing this. You do this, right? This is where we are. You do this.
Pandemic's quite difficult to win as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you kind of like, do you need me? Do you wanna, do you wanna just play my turn? It's like I can do other stuff. Yeah.
It was that kind of thing, and then we played Agricola.
Oh, what?
Agricola.
Okay, what's that?
It is when people describe games as being a resource management game.
Okay.
Agricola is the resource management game.
Good lord. Okay, that doesn't appeal to me.
I understood what was going on eventually, but there'd been a few too many beers for me to care.
Yeah.
And there was him and his partner, me and the wife, and we're all sat there, and those two know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're hoarding. They've got this. They're collecting the straw. They're collecting their animals. They've built all the fences, and they're like buzzing. And like and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about all the stuff that is currently happening right now.
I think sometimes there's a certain length of game that you need to be in the right frame of mind for.
It was like a good 3-hour game as well.
Okay.
And cool. 3-hour plus games are hard to introduce people to.
Yes.
You have to be there has to be a short version of it, or you have to convince people of its greatness before they go into it.
Yeah, cool. Oh, there's a couple of people chatting on the chat.
Right, don't play with it. I saw Monopoly has weighted dice in the game. Absolutely does.
I started playing my was via the iOS app.
Oh, we're all just complaining about Monopoly.
Okay. Gosh, I remember playing a PC version of Monopoly back on Windows 95.
I had that version. Sugar.
Ooh. With a little, when you were like, oh, I'm moving my piece, there was like a little, animated sequence of your piece moving.
I remember playing that quite fun.
I can't remember. I remember playing it. I can't remember if I ever won it. However, I'm gonna. This is not good. Pray.
I'm not sure if you've ever heard me complain about this, but I used to complain quite a lot about the FIFA AI goalkeepers.
Okay.
Because anyone that plays a sports game, especially FIFA, will know that the AI is impossible.
What do you mean by impossible? As in, it's not very good, or it's too good and just picks on you?
As a player, you can only control, or as a the person with the controller, you can only control one person who's on the pitch at any time.
Okay.
You switch between them all. You typically can't control the keeper, which means you've got to rely on the AI that is controlling all other players at any one time. Because you're running with the ball, and you've got to trust the AI.
I've always wondered how it did this.
Doesn't do it very well.
Okay. Because I seem to recall I think the closest I've ever gotten is trying to play Blitzball in Final Fantasy X.
Many hours spent on Blitzball.
I 100%ed the game except for Blitzball because
So you didn't 100% the game?
It could go and suck a duck for all I care. Ugh, hated it.
Saw the cogs turning as you were trying not to swear.
I just swear. Okay, duck. We'll go for duck because it's a silly image.
The AI is just I suppose they have to make it play to that of the average player, but the AI always behaves outside of the average, which you'll see in any game. You'll see in Talisman. There is no way of making
average. So was it very bad, or were you just like
swung? It can be exceptional, or it could be atrocious at any given moment.
Yeah.
And when you're playing a game that has 11 units that you can control, and you can only control one of them at any one time, therefore the AI is always controlling at least 10 of them.
Yeah.
It's just impossible.
Is that not effectively playing with a human player, though, isn't it? Where a human player who you can't talk to, where they'll be, oh, brilliant, and then, what are you doing, you idiot? At any one time. Does that not make the AI more human, you could argue?
Humans suck. So does the AI in FIFA.
Descend us.
So you didn't get Wakka's ultimate weapon?
I didn't get Wakka's ultimate weapon. Nope. I looked it up. Did you get? Because you play Final Fantasy X.
I didn't aim for ultimate weapons.
I did. I got all the as I said, 100%. I did everything you could do, except for the blooming Blitzball.
I may have got that, but
I got all the legendary weapons.
After the first, sure go.
Oh, sorry.
You get them randomed.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ooh,
gain strength.
That'll do me. So I need to get healed really because I have no health.
I think after Final Fantasy VII and breeding chocobos, or chocobos, and trying to get the super special chocobo that allowed you to ride to the island, that allowed you to get Cloud's Omnislash, I think.
I played Final Fantasy VII once. But it's such a long game and there's quite a lot of detail to remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't care for completing games in that manner.
It depends on if I'm enjoying it. If I'm playing a game, I'm enjoying it, I will do everything.
I can't even complete the games that I do enjoy.
Yeah.
That's why, like, Final Fantasy 15, 5 hours in. Skyrim, about 90 hours in. Fallout 4, 40 hours in.
Yeah.
The Witcher 2, I think I started playing.
Yeah.
Bioshock 2, Bioshock Infinite. I started just playing them separately. I didn't even wait to finish Bioshock 2
Yeah.
before I started playing Infinite. All brilliant games.
Yeah.
Never completed.
Well, did you not complete them just because you didn't find the time?
Attention span.
Oh.
I just go, ooh, something shiny, and then end up playing Siege. It used to be FIFA and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's Siege.
Well, how long does a game of Siege last?
Between casual games, 15 to 20 minutes. Ranked games are 25 to 35 minutes.
So they're pretty short games.
Yes.
So it's, so you can quite easily fit them in between stuff.
I can also complete many games of Siege.
Yeah.
Because
I
can't
really
complete
like,
any RPG.
I really like playing Hearthstone, and the games of Hearthstone are about 20 minutes, half an hour. So you can do about five games of Hearthstone, have completely different experiences with every single game.
Yep.
In about an hour. And just like, I've had my fill. Now I can go and do something else. To go and do something productive with my life.
So even if you have a bad game and you're raging because you're like, I was terrible, you still feel like you've had a game and you can't go away thinking I've had my fill.
Yes.
I would have liked to have been good, but
yeah. My partner buys. No, descend us. No, I don't want to die. Why?
Spell. Does he have any spells?
I can't.
He has one spell.
No, what? Oh, okay, you can't see what his spells are.
No, I can't.
Oh, I was getting all excited there.
Curse of Flame. Is that if you're holding a weapon?
I don't know. I think is that one of the because I'm not really. Yeah, it sounds like a Phylon car. I'm not really au fait with some of the new cars because there's so much to read up about. I've not got any weapons though, have I?
I'm not fighting something to craft.
Wreck. I'm ignoring Raging Whiskey because I've seen what he's written.
This Gorillapus deck is doing me in.
Gorillapus. The Tinkerer's Workshop has added you as a friend.
I've got friends.
Reporter spam. Delete.
Ooh.
No, you're supposed to say that for me. Oh my godfathers.
Why would I save it for you?
Because I'm on one life.
And? Oh, at the end of the turn, you must discard all adventure cards on your space. Bye, dragon!
Oh, here we go. At the end of the turn, burn all the cards.
When he ends his movement place, a file and token.
Oh, sugar. Oh, no.
So you need health in this turn.
The iPad is playing silly buggers. Oh. Well done, iPad. Got there in the end.
That was really mean.
What? Yeah, descend us.
Meanie. Right.
So it's almost as mean as using preservation when you don't actually need it.
I needed it. I was about to lose a life.
Out of 5? That's loads.
Right, so what's going on in this bottom right? There's a bunch of dragons and drakes. I don't think you have the power to take them on.
However, I can pray to the dragon to avoid.
Oh, do that, and then the celestial dragon, you may either heal your blah blah blah.
If I get that far. Ooh. Oh, it burns all the cards on the space that you encounter.
Visit the healer.
Hey, that works, mate. I only have 1 gold.
That's all you need.
Yes. Take that.
Drake. Drake.
Drake. Yes, my partner keeps trying to get me to play
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. It's like his toot fave game.
It's not very good.
It's a good thing he's not here.
Or what? I complain at being.
You'd have seen his little face, and his little heart would have been broken into 1,000 pieces, and you would feel bad. You would
Me feel bad.
You just be like that. Yeah, right. Fucking grumpy.
Pound for the swear jar.
What?
I heard
Yeah.
2 good things about Metal Gear Solid: hiding in a cardboard box
Yep.
and using a scar to detect lasers. Also, 3rd, Nikita missile. You get to control a rocket launcher. It goes.
So it's not totally a crap game.
Yeah, it is. They're not redeeming features. They are the only good things, and they're wholly bad.
It's very
things.
iconic, though. You have to admit.
I would give it that. There's a website called VG Cats. I assume it's video game cats.
Okay.
And it has a what are they called? Comic strips. And
Yeah.
it's like made up of cats in games.
Yes.
Or like cat characters commenting on games.
Okay.
And it is made for plenty of good. Metal Gear Solid is made for plenty of good VG Cats
Okay.
sketches. Not
I'll have to
mocking the
check it. I'll
game.
have to check it out when I go home.
So the next
Metal
expansion
Gear
will
Solid
be...
as cats. Genius.
Yes, there's plenty of that.
Modern community out there.
Let's have a look. VG Cats Metal Gear Solid.
Ooh, your turn. Oh, it's Blizzard. That's why I could only remove 1 space.
Right. I'll leave Fredo. I won't attack him. The ground splits open, releasing flame and Ifrit into the world. Burn adventure cards.
Oh, it's an event as well, so it's bought it today, which is handy. I like that burn effect. I think it's the finished result was quite nice.
And a fire token.
The love of Jethro and myself, worked quite hard on that.
Metal Gear Solid. So it's this style art.
Yeah.
Hey, it's even about a cardboard box.
Whee. First one you picked. Hang on. When revealed, flip the night.
VG Cats is definitely worth checking out.
There's this one I've been one I am enjoying at the moment, which is Game of Cat. Just a game of cat, and it's like somebody's cat, and you know, but they're like well into games and stuff, and it's topical and it's quite entertaining, and it's very cute. The end.
Gamer Cat.
Gamer cat. There you go. He's a cat. Plays games. Because occasionally they'll be like, you know, oh yeah, my human's got this. Oh yeah.
Buy a t-shirt now. Yeah. Outnumbered and outgunned, our hero must rely solely on his keen sense of stealth. And he's thinking to himself,
Genius.
Snake, you're a genius. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And then the guards are like, do you want to shoot him or should I? That's how I read to Ethan.
Yes. Is he riveted?
Yeah, we've been reading lots of Dr. Seuss.
Hey, has he been enjoying it?
Initially, no.
Oh, okay.
But he's now into it.
Oh,
We've been reading Fox in Socks a lot. So it's like Fox in Socks and Knocks in Box. Fox in Socks on, knocks on box. It's that good.
Okay. I was never a fan. Because I think it was the drawings. The drawings always freaked me out.
Really?
Yeah, they're a bit weird.
I was freaked out by Goosebumps as a kid.
That is
Not-
pretty freaky.
Not by Dr. Seuss.
I don't know. I had a very sheltered youth, so anything outside of that was just like that. Oh my god, this is too weird. I remember watching an episode of Care Bears, where the Care Bears get trapped in like crystals, and it freaked me out. I was just kind of like, you know, get the VHS back when VHS was the thing. I was just because it was on a video. Watched the VHS. The Care Bears got stuck in a crystal, and I was just like that. Turn it off, throw it, burn it. Just don't understand it. So yeah. Care Bears.
Oh, that's not wholly brilliant.
Who's that? Ooh.
It's just. Oh, it's Toothless. Sorry, Toothless. I thought I was attacking Descendos.
Can you make that sound more sincere?
Oh, it was. Sorry, it was sincere. I was trying to kill Descendos.
Oh, okay, cool. Ooh, hello. My default ringtone on my phone is the Metal Gear Solid codec. It's a pretty good sound. It's a pretty good sound. So that is Drickbish.
How do we say your name? Dark Bish.
Drickbish.
Dr. K. Bish. Enter.
Dr. Kibbish.
Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive that is youer than you.
Aww.
It's Dr. Seuss.
That was quite sweet.
Dark Bish. You dead? You have to fight it. Oh, pray. Are you 5 apiece?
I was like that. Oh,
You've got 5 fate, so you should be alright.
Roll 1. Okay, so that's the 10. Oh, okay, so I need to roll a 6. Give me a 6. Don't give me a 6. Oh, okay, cool. Standoff.
You do some mad mental maths there.
Yeah. No.
I've heard Will Wheaton say Dr. K. Bish, which immediately made me a Klingon physician. Where did you hear him say that? Is that a Star Trek thing? Or did he say it on tabletop?
I don't know. Well, if it's Will Wheaton, it would be tabletop. Because it was called... He has a different name in Star Trek.
Yeah, it's Wesley.
Yeah.
Wesley Crusher.
Well done.
But he may have been saying Will Wheaton instead of Wesley Crusher.
Very true. Dr. Kibbish.
Sounds like a Klingon physician.
Does.
I agree.
Oh, here we go. It was on a Twitch live stream for the recent Gauntlet remake. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Love to stream with Will Wheaton. Smash up.
I would get all shell shocked. What happens when I meet famous
Hi,
people?
Mr. Will
I
Wheaton.
do. I'm like, oh hello.
You were so great in
I
Star
love you,
Trek.
you're great. I'm so fan. Oh my god. Because I remember that, there was an artist who had a stall.
Is it Felicia Canal?
It wasn't. It was I think he's called. It's like Alex Hinkinbottom or something. He's got a funny second name, and but his stuff is really good. And he had a stall, and I was like, oh my god, you know. And then I got all shell shocked, and my friend was like, oh no, come with me, we'll go have a chat with him. And I was just like, oh, I really love your stuff, you're great. And he was just like, okay.
Thanks.
You're one of those weirdos, are you? And I was just like, crushed, no. But it was very nice, very chatty. But time a picture.
We do Smash Up. Smash Up.
Yes.
The deck shuffling card game.
You can finish the sentence, go on.
Yeah.
We do it.
We do it. We're doing a digital version of Smash Up, which has the Geek deck, which has 2 Will Wheaton cards in.
Okay.
It's got Will Wheaton as a minion and the Force of Will, which is the action.
Yep.
It would be great to have him play Smash Up.
It would be.
And use the Will Wheaton card.
Maybe we can use our Twitch, our Twitch channel to call out to him.
Will Wheaton, come and play Smash Up with us.
And I can be all shell shocked all over you.
Who have I just avoided fighting? Is that you? I can't.
Can't quite see you, sir. It doesn't look. I don't know. Finish. Go on. Continue.
You're over there. So who am I with?
Oh, it's the Dragon Hunter.
Which one's she?
That's the Freddo.
Oh, it's Freddo.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Do you know? I well fancy Freddo now. I've been. They keep talking about it on the television. Because it's the. Do you remember when Freddos used to cost 10p? That seems to be the gauge of how expensive things have gotten, is how expensive Freddos are.
And a carton of milk. You used to get Freddo and a carton of milk.
Them's were the days. And you can still buy VHS tapes, talking about old-fashioned things.
You can still get them in charity shops.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Topsy-turvy world. Oh, hang on, let me just do my turn. Go this way. Because I need me some
I don't know what I'm staring at your screen.
healing.
That you do.
So,
Cheshire Cat go. It's the only person still on base lives.
oh my goodness. Hey. Go me. Yes, I was trying to explain twitching to my grandma and granddad.
Sorry, John's talking about the price of water.
Water.
See this? This bottle of water. Come here, come here. See this? Water from the tap.
Yes.
You know what I'm on about?
Yes, I do know.
Yeah,
what
it's
you're on about,
okay.
Yeah. That comedian.
I should think of the Scottish accent and then say water because it would make it infinitely more funny. I'm from Scotland. Wait, water. Water. Children, all of you. There's a Scottish comedian called Limmy. Type into YouTube Limmy. This. It's dead funny. Legit.
Scottish people do have quite a strange, yet entertaining sense of humour. It's like, you're so sweet. What was I thinking? So yes, I was trying to explain to my grandma and granddad Twitch. And so I was just kind of like, so first of all I tried to explain it to my granddad, then I had to explain it louder because his hearing aid was a bit funky. And then he was like, here's your grandma. I was like, alright, okay, I'll try again. So it might, you know, when you're like recording stuff on videotape, grandma, and people do this on the internet, and you watch other people play video games, and she's just like, oh, okay. So hopefully my grandma's there. Hi, grandma.
Hi, Grandma Carrington.
Close. Yep.
Close. Yes.
Well, it's on my mum's side, and that would be the mother's maiden name, and that's how you get into my account. So no, I'm not saying it.
You should change your password.
Well, I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting the. Ooh, fun fact.
So he's 17 years older than me. He is 43. That's not old.
Naming and
Prime
shaming.
of your life.
Naming and shaming.
Prime of your
Gareth over
life.
here. Whoops. I first played Talisman when a school teacher introduced it to me and my friends. That's a very nice school teacher showing them a game.
Over a Christmas break.
Keep them out of trouble. You know, back when you used to go scrumping.
What?
Steal all the apples.
Oh yeah. I'm not that old. There's nothing I can do. Everything's craft. I've not picked a craft-based character.
I have picked a craft-based character, and you can see how well I am doing.
See.
Ah.
Stone. I'm not carrying it. I think I've got horns of power.
Poor Toothless.
When did that happen?
Oh, sorry, man.
Bye, Toothless.
Oh dear.
See, noobs. Says you should look after her. Should have saved my preservation for him.
Yeah, I suppose. So what's this? Oh, Pantheon. Might head there. That'll be handy. Change my alignment to neutral. Then I'll stop getting kicked by alignment-based stuff.
Neutral. There was a staff of balance in the middle region.
There was an eruption event that got rid of it.
Oh, Descendos is playing competitively.
When has Descendus ever not played competitively? Descendus, he eventually was fired because while he was great at games and sci-fi, he wasn't. Oh, okay.
It was absolutely rubbish at his actual job.
Gutted. Oh well.
I've had plenty of teachers like that. Super fun. God awful at teaching.
Yeah. I had a headmistress who was like that, which was hilarious. So headmistress our history teacher was off on maternity leave or something, so, and she was like, "Oh, I'm a history teacher. I'll teach you history," and it was god awful. It was abysmal. And you think that and I went to a fancy school, a fancy all girls school as well.
Ooh.
You know, and this was the headmistress, and she was trying to. She was the list of things that the teacher had left the headmistress to teach, she just completely ignored. And she all the headmistress taught us was like suffragettes stuff.
Suffragettes very important.
It is very, very important, but it wasn't on the syllabus. And so then the teacher was just kind of like, "Oh, you have to get these questions right, or I'll throw you out the window. This is the headmistress." And you're like, "Okay, miss." And then so because the lady was on like maternity leave for longer than she expected, it was right up until the end of year exams. So like a week before our exam, the headmistress gives us like a piece of paper, a big old book like this thick, and she was like, "Oh, you have to learn all of this for your exam in a week." And you're kind of like, "I've got all my other exams to revise for. When the hell am I going to have spend time to read this?"
I had a design tech lesson, which I think we were doing electronics, and the teacher was off, only for the day, and they couldn't find a substitute, so they had to get an English teacher to come in and babysit us basically.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't teach the subject, he had no clue what was going on. So he came in, and Mr. McGraw, he was the best teacher ever. He said, "I want you to think about and then write about the worst way in which you think you could die." He said, "For me, I don't like the idea of drowning or being set on fire. Okay. So being on a burning ship that's sinking would be the worst for me. Go." And then he went away, disappeared for an hour.
Oh no.
He was awesome though. Maybe that story probably makes him sound scarier.
Yeah, cracky roses.
You had to be there.
I'll take your word for it, but that sounds terrifying. Oh, lost connection to server.
Oh, is that everyone?
We've all.
You've got the message, I've got the message.
Oh, what about Cheshire Cat Girl? She was in. And Fredo. What about Fredo?
I've chosen to leave the game.
Yeah,
I have not chosen to leave the game. That's a lie.
Oh, so it looks like Cheshire Cat Girl, me and Fredo are still in the game.
So that's me and Descendos.
Descendos have got kicked
PCs
out.
in our office are having internet things. Oh. It's still showing you as in, Fredo.
What, the game's hanging?
Can I Alt F4?
The game is hanging, so is it worth maybe everybody bail out and then we'll find a resume lobby? Because
Where's my Windows?
It's hanging, so I'm going to exit and then I'll start
No,
up.
you should be alright. It'll continue. It's because we're trapped in the game with you.
It looks it's hanging.
Oh.
So bail out.
I think it's because we're in an office that has a stupid amount of computers. It's like our download speed's about 2 megs.
And it's boiling because of all the fans and the processors.
Where are we? Talisman. What is good though is my new internet at home. I was downloading. I got 3 games the other night. I got Terraria, Cluster Truck, and the Jackbox Party Pack, and I was downloading it like 120 meg. Download. It was magical.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Terraria's a 600 megabyte game, and it took me about 5 seconds to download it.
Very nice.
Normally, a 500 meg game's about 4 hours of waiting.
Mm.
It's that good.
Is that fibre optic or anything?
Yeah, it's fibre. Yeah.
It looks like it's just Toothless missing. So he got killed though. So
yes.
Is it worth?
He can rejoin if he wants.
Just starting the game. I have the start game.
Oh. Everyone, make sure you X out on the beta message. I assume everyone has because the game's continuing.
Ooh, hang on. Let's see what they're writing on the chat because they seem to be chatting away here.
Recently learned a relative doesn't have internet. She's my age. 12-year-old without internet isn't that strange a thing.
Oh dear.
I'm dead funny.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not on a window screen. I'm just not paying attention. Where's OBS? Click and woo.
Like magic.
Glad someone's paying attention.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Thank you, Cheshire Cat Girl.
No one said anything on YouTube.
One
Ooh,
day. One day.
What? Wait, they used to talk to us on YouTube, and we used to forget about YouTube.
Yeah.
So they stopped talking to us on YouTube.
Gone on to probably Twitch. Could you ever watch, you know, like E3, whenever you watch that live? If you've ever watched that live.
No.
Okay. You'll start on Twitch, and then when that crashes because of the traffic, you'll go on to YouTube. And then when that crashes because of the traffic, you'll go back to Twitch, and then you just alternate between the two.
Before you engage a dragon in psychic combat, it makes a breath attack roll and die. If the result is equal to or higher than your craft, you are automatically defeated. I was going to lose anyway, so that's alright.
Interesting.
I'm
It is
pretty
interesting.
low on lives, though.
It is interesting seeing all these cards, new cards. So after having had trying to explain Talisman and such to my grandma and my granddad,
Yes.
and I was just like, oh yeah, it's a very simple game, it's easy, it's easy.
Did you say it's Dungeons and Dragons meets Monopoly?
I did, and I then went back to work. Ooh, hang on, sorry, getting distracted by my term. So cathedral, this is handy.
I need to be good, and I need to go and visit the cathedral.
Oof. But so I was trying to explain Talisman to her.
Yeah.
Anyway, got off the phone, went back to work, and I was playing a game, and then I was like, I'm not sure if that's worked right. So I was writing it down. Turns out it did work right, but it was one of those. So I was playing as the Dragon Priestess.
Yes.
I went to the chapel. And encountered some of the dragon cards that had piled up on the chapel.
Sure.
The Dragon Priestess is evil alignment, so I was expecting to lose a life. However, I moved to the chapel, encountered the cards on the chapel.
Yes.
But there was about 3 of them on there. So I encountered the first card.
Right.
Prayed, which was a dragon. Prayed to the dragon.
Yes.
It then ends your turn there, so you never actually encounter the chapel space. And I was writing it because I was like, that sounds wrong. And then writing it down, I was just like, oh yeah, that's why it's not working. And then I had, echoes of the conversation I was having with my gran of, oh yeah, it's dead simple. And then me writing down, what I thought was a bug, but then turns out it wasn't. I was like, oh yeah, this is why people get so confused, because the rules are so pernickety.
I'm sure Board Game Geek gives it a low complexity rating.
It only becomes more complex when you add all the extra expansions to it.
Let's have a look.
I would argue it's your turn, by the way.
It's my turn. Let's have a roll.
So turn, and then we'll Google what Board Game Geek says about the rules.
Let's not face the green dragon. I'm dead.
Why? What's on that? Oh, sugar plum. How can you not reroll? You can't use that either because that takes a life. I believe the dragon blood. No, when you drink it, you'll lose a life.
I was gonna lose life anyway.
So you might as well lose a life on your own terms. God damn it!
Horns of Power for anyone wants it is in the Highlands.
Oof. I think I might take you up on that.
Dragon expansion has a 2.48 out of 5 complexity rating.
What? Oh, those 4 gain craft. But yes, I think if you're playing with just the base, it is pretty simple. And if you play just the base and then make the ending just like, first one to the crown wins, it's quite a simple game.
Mm-hmm.
But when you add on the extra rules, add on the extra endings, it can get quite complicated. Especially dragons. Come on.
Nah.
Come on.
It's alright.
Dragon. I mean,
get Talisman and get to centre.
Yeah. Drink lots of beer. Yes, the Domain of Dragons is pretty brutal.
It's brutal for strength-based characters, at least.
Well, Freddo's playing as a strength-based character, but he's kind of got like an automatic flail ability.
Has he?
So the Dragon Hunter has a death blow, I think it's called, ability.
But whenever you engage in an enemy in battle, you may make a death blow. Roll 2 dice and add them together to determine your attack roll. If you make a death blow and roll doubles, you are automatically defeated regardless of your attack score.
So yeah, it's a bit
Don't
like
roll doubles.
automatic flail. Because I think what does the flail?
Oh, that has an insane bonus. Is if you roll doubles, your opponent's attack score doesn't count.
Is it?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
What do you mean you don't believe me?
Don't believe you!
I'm sure we've got enough Talisman people here to corroborate what I'm saying.
There's also the internet.
But Talisman, flail.
Wiki. Talisman wiki. Come on.
This takes ages to load.
Go on, internet. Go on.
Hi, geeky chappy. You may roll 2 dice during battle and add them together to determine your attack
If you
roll.
roll doubles, your opponent cannot add his attack roll. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That is very, very, very powerful.
Very effective.
Cracky Moses. I didn't realise it was that powerful.
Yep.
How many expansions in are we? And I've only just noticed.
10? I think
no.
Dragon's the 10th.
Is it? Oh.
Sacred Pool.
Sacred Pool,
Reaper.
Frost March. Dungeon.
Highland City.
City.
Nether Realms. Blood Moon. Firelands.
Dragon.
Fair
play. Woohoo! We should, do a bit of song and dance about that, I think. Look, 10! Woohoo!
You do the song. I am not dancing.
Party. Oh, I don't sing or make up phrases. I can do a nice doodle for you. If I had a pen.
There you go. There's your flail. So what's his name? The Dragon Hunter.
Yes.
The Dragon Hunter has the flail's ability, except the difference is the doubles.
Yes. So if he rolls doubles, then with his abilities, he gets
automatically defeated.
Yes, Fredo, you're quite right. Don't you know how to play my own game? It's a bit silly, really. Oh, purple type on a black background. Is that geeky chappy?
Yes.
Okay.
So the Dragon expansion is so challenging, but I'm loving it. I've not had that much sugar.
Also,
I've not had that much time to dedicate to Dragon.
I've played that match of.
That terrible match that we had.
It was a bit of a grind, wasn't it? But I've played a couple since, and it's been a lot better. So we should really get Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. Do it after lunch or something.
I can't. I've got smash up things to do tomorrow.
Fredo! I thought we were mates! Fredo!
Cheshire Cat, avenge us!
Yeah! So, it's just you and me, just this. We'll just hold the button down to keep the stream going for you guys.
Have you not had a chance to play the digital version yet? Dark Bish. Victory! Sandos is claiming victory for being the last ever alive.
Well, yeah, indeed. Okay, what's it saying on the stream? Oh, why is it?
Oh,
Sorry.
you plugged it in.
Sorry. I plugged it into charge, and it got angry at me.
How much battery life have you got?
It only had like 5%.
Can you flail that in front of the camera? Will that reach?
What?
Darkbish asked, is it available for iOS?
The Dragons expansion.
Talisman digital.
Oh no.
Which it is.
It is, yeah.
That's what.
Oh.
You should point to it.
Oh,
I
sorry.
can't see that. Yep. By is it available, do you mean the Dragon expansion?
Oh, Dragon expansion will be on iOS. Yeah,
I've got Formal Hutch chosen to leave the game.
That would be me, and this is what I'm looking at the moment.
It's giving me the
Just
same
to show
message.
It's not like a. Look, new game. It's an actual iPad.
It-
not just.
It's not detected that
frame.
you've left.
Sounds like it's a bug.
Right.
Let's go complain to the devs.
There's one in the game.
Yep. Everybody out. Let's go back in.
Go for resume. We're not far off finishing. At
Yeah.
at this rate, we've only got 3 people remaining.
Well, that sounds like something to make a note of. That the game keeps walking when people leave.
Right, so we'll have the AI in the game at least.
Yeah.
Close! Come on, task manager. There, so that's closed. We'll launch and resize window. Because I will remember to do that this time. Where's OBS gone? There you are, OBS.
There we go.
It's launched full size.
Excellent.
I shall take that.
Let's go to check.
Online. Resume game.
Fredo!
So we'll sit in for
You
the win.
traitor! Oh, is Descendos still in? Or is he
Descendos has left. He's had to go for his bus.
Yes. So yes, it looks like the community has won.
Again. The shame.
The shame. For shame.
That's Chrome. But no, just checked. Right. Distracted. iOS version. I usually play. Blah, blah, blah. It's not out yet. Beta only available. Internet approach. What do we do? Resume or keep playing? We are resuming.
Yep.
Nope, just checked. The Steam version of Talisman, but I mostly play iOS. Everyone left. So we always run the beta for Talisman through Steam, and you'll find the majority of games that run on PC do it this way, because of the ability to push out new builds onto Steam. So at the start of this stream,
And the forum as well. The forum, because the game's there and the forums are like right next to
Yep.
it. It's very easy to talk to people.
because of how you can offer feedback, it is very useful. Now, you can host forums on an external website, that also works. But we were talking before about how builds work for Talisman. Because when we say, here's an update, the latest version is 49761 or something like that. I think I may have got the last build right. I think that was the last Violence patch.
Alright.
Anyway, that is because every single change that we make to a game, we make it on our PC, on our own little version of it, and then we send it to the big version called the trunk,
Yes.
and it updates the trunk, and then it'll bump the version number. So way back when, Talisman was on version 1, and then it went 2, 3, 4, 5. We're now on 52,000.
Yeah.
So every time someone adds a new art asset, every time someone updates the text, every time programmers add new code, a bug is fixed, version number gets bumped. Why am I on about builds?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. And getting these different builds out to Steam is as simple as a click of a button.
Yes. Alright.
For iOS and Android, Android not so much, but definitely iOS, there is an approval process.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we were to run betas on iOS or Android, we'd have to jump through hoops to get through approval, and also send anyone that uses iOS or Android devices out to an external website to collect feedback for the beta.
Yeah, it's because like so in Steam you can just go, oh, here's a code to get onto a beta build.
Yep.
I think on iOS you have to go through something called test flight, which is not something that's like inbuilt to iPads,
Mhm.
so it can get quite confusing, you know,
Yes.
and it doesn't always work, sort of thing. Oh, looks like Dr. Kubish knows what we're on about. Probably knows more about it than we do. Here we go. I played against you guys, but I'm at work.
So are we.
At my last job, I helped set up the in-house. Oh,
Computer.
GitHub.
Environment.
Oh yeah, build machines and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll know.
I'm preaching to the choir.
You'll
there.
know more about it than we do. we have a working knowledge. You
Sort
could
of,
say, yeah. Initial kind of knowledge.
We know the right words to make
Yeah.
it up as we go along.
Sounds about right.
Hi Mixalg, it's been a while since we've seen you. Dragons, working on Dragons, as you can see, it's in beta. Will be for a few more weeks, but the release date hasn't been set yet. That will be coming soon, hopefully. PS4 soon, not as of yet. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a whole different kettle of fish,
Yep.
isn't it?
Having this game ported to PlayStation is a whole process and the kind of like developing an expansion.
It's if I recall correctly, we didn't even do the port for the
That's right.
PlayStation. That's another can of worms, isn't it? Talking to another company about getting some work done, as you can contest, isn't it?
Yes, I can.
So working with Smash Up.
The company kind of frowns on me installing games on a company PC. I do feel a little bit awkward sometimes because I play other games on my lunchtime.
Yes.
Kind of like my relief from the games that I work on is the games that I want to play.
No,
the games that I go home and play.
So like when there's no art to do and it's all been testing, you do get a bit sort of.
What do we do now?
Okay, my brain is going. I know I need to do testing, but I when I was playing Witcher 3, really like Witcher 3, and I was playing it, and I remember I hadn't been able to play it the whole week, and then it come the weekend, and I found some time to sit down, and I just loaded it up, and I was just walking around a field, and I was just like, I could feel it
in game.
I could feel that. I can feel the breeze on my face. You know, I could feel the wet. This is why I play games. Now I remember. It was too good. And then it was just like that. Let's go play Gwent! Woohoo! Don't you have a quest to do, Manda? Isn't there some person like Siri you have to find? Yeah. In a minute, I'll just play Gwent. Play Gwent. Shut up.
Xbox keeps telling me to get Gwent.
Yeah, it's on a free beta now.
Yeah, they keep banging on. Every time I load it, I was like, "Do you want to play Gwent?" I'm like, "No, I don't."
It's alright. It's a pretty good game. Quite enjoy it.
Yeah.
Though they have tweaked it for the game. The Gwent game is slightly different than Gwent in on The Witcher. What do you do?
What I would love is a kind of like a collection pack of all the Final Fantasy card games there's ever been.
Yeah.
Because way back when, every Final Fantasy used to have its own unique card game.
Did you ever play Knights of the Old Republic?
No.
There was a card game, Sabak, I think it was. They made that a card game minigame you could play.
I want that. I want a general release that is just the small mini games, the mini games of Final Fantasy.
That were quite popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty nifty.
Like, I just used to spend hours playing cards.
Because it's a bit of an aberration, really, that the game, CD Projekt Red deciding to make a proper game out of their side mini game.
Yeah.
In my memory, I can't think of any other game company that's done that. You know, where the mini game has been really popular, so they've turned that into another game.
Chocobo Racing was a game for Final Fantasy.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm sure it came out on Game Boy Advance or something like that.
Fair enough. Ugh. But I really want to play it because currently it's not optimized for touchscreen.
Yep.
And I tend to play board games on my tablet at home, and so it's not quite, Hearthstone. It's got that nice, between thing. But Gwent's not quite there yet. I've played it a couple of times though, and it's pretty good fun on my tablet.
I've been enjoying Terraria. Me and a friend Cam, we built our own little world.
What's this the resource management?
No, that's Agricola.
Ah, okay.
This is a digital game.
Okay.
Terraria is 2D Minecraft, effectively.
Okay.
I'll show you a picture of it.
I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
And it's magnificent.
Yeah, I've heard of this. Very
So
nice.
it looks like a simplistic 2D, like 16-bit version of Minecraft.
Do you want to get Twitch back up?
Right.
Just be gassing away now because we're not playing. Because we're kicked out of the game.
To anyone that's just
like
joining, we're both dead.
Yeah.
I was playing as Fomalhaut
Deader than
in the
dead.
top, and she was on the Ios as the Dragon Priestess, and both got killed. Terraria, anyway,
Go on.
is just so much more. It has so much more character than Minecraft. Minecraft is you build your world. You've got a few side games now. The aim is to get to the end where there's the Ender Dragon, but ultimately the core thrust of the excitement of Minecraft is what you can build.
Yes.
Whereas in Terraria, it has an underworld and overworld. It has different biomes the further you go left or right, and there's like 8 different bosses that you can fight within the one world, and how you trigger them requires you to go through a sequence of events. And whilst you're doing this, you're supposed to be building your home with different rooms in, because the more rooms your home has, the more strangers move into your home.
Okay.
And these strangers then are merchants.
Yeah.
So some will sell you dyes, some will sell you bombs, some will sell you building equipment,
Right.
and
Interesting.
you have to fulfill certain criteria to do that. It's so you've got to build a house that has a room. The room has to have at least a table and a chair, and it has to be sealed by a door. And there's certain things like if you've got a 50 silver, a merchant will move into your home. If you get X amount of this, a weaponsmith will move into your home. If you've defeated a certain boss, the explosives expert will move into your home. It's dead interesting.
Sounds
Really
it.
enjoying that.
Sounds it. So yes, what's the thing here?
Posted on the PS4 community and group chat so they can check it out.
Cheers, man.
Thank you very much.
That's
Mixalg.
Mugsag. Sounds like something with spinach.
With spinach.
Yep, like sagaloo.
Oh, I had no idea where you're going with that then.
Because you said sag.
Mixalg.
Mugsalg. Aloo. Sorry.
Sagaloo is one of my favourite things.
Alright. Well, you're like a weird veggie, aren't you?
Spinach is
Sorry.
just dead tasty.
It is pretty good. It
Spinach
can be.
risotto,
It can
sagaloo.
be. You can get nasty spinach if people don't cook it properly.
If people don't cook any food
I'll
properly.
give you that. Yeah. What's it?
Lol.
Lol.
Lol. I'm feeling
Probably
fine.
pretty
No,
tasty.
you're not. You'll be stone dead in a minute. Can't remember.
How is everybody going? So we've got the Conjurer, who was to send us, but he had to nip off.
AI
Fredo!
sort out more health, so the
Oh,
Conjurer's not
wow.
going to die anytime soon.
Cheshire Cat Girl's doing a heck of a job.
Yeah, doing what is easily done with the Minotaur.
Yeah.
And I did what is easily done with the Minotaur as well.
Yep.
Strength versus craft.
Ramming his head into the wall.
Needed more Varthrax dragons,
Yeah.
I think. I think he's the strength one.
I'd have to look it up. I do not know. I just took all the art in. So yes, how are you?
I'm alright.
You been up to much then?
Uh,
What are you working on? Fighting fantasy? You're
I've been doing Fighting
Thing.
Fantasy today because Smash Up has had a freeze in it that we found reported, and then the programmers are making a new build. So in the process of waiting for them to fix that freeze, I've been doing Fighting Fantasy stuff, which is just play the game.
till it breaks.
Yeah, I've been trying to complete the Codex, which I did today
Ah.
and didn't get an achievement for it.
Complain to the devs.
I did. What are you doing?
I am doing some bits on Dragon because there's been the programmers have so there's quite a lot of alternative endings that have been written into the rules.
Yep.
So it's not like a proper official, I'm an alternative ending card, but it's like, oh, this is how you should play the game, bloody bloody blue.
That's the Confront the Dragon King is one of them.
Is one of them, and challenge the dragons. Something.
Challenge for the crown.
Yeah, that's another one, and so I've been doing those. Bits of art, which have been quite good fun.
What does that mean by doing bits of art? What have you done for them?
So to get the art pieces, so what we tend to do is tend to sort of compose the image using DAZ 3D. This is just the 3D program.
Yep.
And so get some nice assets, get a really really lovely composition. That's kind of like half the battle really. If you can get a really nice composition.
What have you composed for?
Yeah. So
What art? It's the ending cards.
yeah. So like the one I was working on today was the Confront the Dragon Lord one, and it was just a matter of kind of like, oh crumbs, how do you what are you giggling?
Frodo got the ring. I think he's got a talisman. Oh no, he's just got the magic ring.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Alright,
He did
okay.
a funny.
Okay. Fair enough.
It was funny, Frodo.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Sorry, you got it. I was too busy talking about myself. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I've been working on the art for Confront the Dragon. So I used a program called DAZ 3D to get a big dragon character. So it was a matter of going, how should the Confront the Dragon art look? So you try and think, oh well, it has to have a dragon in it.
It would make sense, you'd
So,
think.
But then you've got all the variations thereof. So I came up with an idea I wanted it to look. Went to DAZ, composed it, made it look nice, added a nice background, added some nice lights, and then rendered it off in loads of different passes.
Yep.
So you have like one with the light from here, one with the light coming from there. Maybe I'll put slightly different textures on the 3D assets. Bang it all into Photoshop. Mess with the layers to try and make it look nice. Add some painting over the top of it so it looks like a painting and not like a 3D render.
Yep.
And there you go.
I've seen it. Looks that good.
Do some adjustment layers on the colour. I had so much fun looking up fire effect, because I was just like needs a fire effect here. Let's look this up. Clink, 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 clink. And so that was quite good fun. Adding that.
That's me messing with the zoom. Sorry about that. Hi, Dust of the Stars. What we're currently streaming is the Dragon beta, which the Dragon expansion brings, as you've noticed and been told. There is a new central board. There's 2 central boards that come with the Dragon expansion that flip. You have the Dragon Tower and the Dragon Realm.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you've seen the new characters. We've got the Minotaur, the Dragon Hunter, the Dragon Rider's dead. There's the Conjurer, the Dragon Priestess, also dead.
That was me.
And I was also a Minotaur, and I'm dead. The only character that we've not used in this stream is the Fire Wizard.
Yeah.
But the new endings and what they bring is the Dragon King. And the Dragon King has Dragon Lords. Is that right? Is that the theme of it?
I guess so. So you have these 3 Dragon Lords, and so the Dragon expansion also comes with Dragon tokens. And so depending on what ending you're playing with, at the beginning of every turn, you draw a Dragon token.
Yep.
And it's sort of, obviously because it's kind of like a random pool. The Dragon King is random. Or are you looking up the tokens?
Mixalgs has asked for, is there anywhere we can view the differences?
Oh.
Sorry, as you were.
Okay, so the I suppose the rules, the Dragon rules might be a good one to link as well, because that's a bit of a read.
That is a read.
An interesting read. If you've got the the what's it called again, the board to go along with it. But so when you're drawing the tokens, whichever Dragon Lord has the most tokens is the Dragon King.
Yep.
And depending on what ending you're playing with, so if you're playing with the Confront the Dragon ending, that's very similar to the Dragon Slayer's ending you and I played.
Yes.
But instead of having to defeat all 3 Dragon Lords, there's like a Dragon King, and you just have to defeat that one Dragon King.
Yep.
And that's the Confront the Dragon ending.
What we're currently doing is we've got the Domain of Dragons ending, which, depending on what type of item or enemy you encounter, depends on
We can bring it up in it. Let's have a look. On my tablet.
Yeah, depending on what kind of enemy you're facing or what item you've drawn, depends on which deck you draw from additionally.
Yeah.
So you can draw from Varthrax, Gorillapus or Cadarus, and each Dragon Lord has their own styled deck. So one favours strength. I think the other two favour craft. And each Dragon Lord comes with a host of different events, strangers, places, mainly dragons. So you draw these cards secondary.
Hey, look at all the dragons. Hey.
Will that show? Let's make us larger. In fact, I can look at the dragon decks, can't I?
Oh yeah,
Varthrax.
that would make sense.
Oh, they're not glowing.
Oh heck.
What's this about?
Oh, so that's
discard pile.
So you can view this card pile, and then the other one is so you can view the cards that have been burnt.
So there you go. I was right. Varthrax has the strength dragons. Grillipus is pretty much the one that killed me, if it'll let me.
Because it's the that'll be all the craft ones, and I think Kadarus has loads of objects and stuff in his deck. Because there are 4 types of dragon tokens that you can draw when you're playing with dragon tokens. There's obviously the Cadius, there's the yellow dragon token, there's the red dragon token, because I'm not going to bother saying them, because I'm going to say
Kadarus, Grillipus, and Varthrax.
Okay, still not going to say them. And then there's the green dragon token. There's also the dragon sleep token.
Yep.
Oh, so you got those 3: dragon sleep token, dragon rage token. And there's one that makes you draw 2 tokens. So obviously, if you draw one of the 3 coloured dragon tokens,
right,
they go on top of the Dragon Lord, and whoever has the most dragon tokens is the current Dragon King. Yep, you with me?
Are you explaining the rulebook?
Is she kinda?
It's a hefty read. You may need the board alongside you, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it to you.
Yay! If you draw the Dragon Rage, if you look on you suffer the Dragon Rage of the current Dragon King. So like, if the yellow dragon was the Dragon King,
Kadarus.
at least look interested. Then that's much better. If the yellow one is the Dragon King, then all the players lose an item. If the red one's the Dragon King, all the players lose a spell or something, and then it will tell you on the game. And if you draw, there's another token that makes you draw 2 tokens. So if you draw that token, you put that back in the pot, and then you draw 2 more. That's it. There you go, easy peasy.
Easy as that.
I don't know.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's
the
well
more
easy.
you know.
You're quite welcome. So I'll turn this tablet off before it runs out of power. How do you turn an iPad off? Oh my
You
goodness.
hold the standby button, and then it'll come up with the swipe.
There you go, thank you. I'm an Android user, me.
If anyone can be described as it, I am a Windows Phone user, technically. Not that anyone can use a Windows Phone. They're awful.
What operating system did Blackberries run on? Do you ever have
I think they had their own.
proprietary one? That
Yes.
makes sense, yeah. Oh, here we go. Right, each Dragon Lord has different stats effects in the game. Yep, see?
That is what
Dr.
should have been said.
K-Bish knows exactly what I'm...
Darkbish. We asked what his name was.
Yeah. Knows exactly what I'm on about. So yeah, but they're all proper, like, you know, brutal. I was gonna make a funny sound, but then, you know, like that. So, because if you did sort of, you know, live, if Talisman were real.
If Talisman were real.
Talisman were real.
This is how we decide a lot of the rules.
And the sentence starts, if Talisman were real.
What would happen?
And you were a Minotaur in the city, and there was Dragon Lords sort of reigning terror. How would you do it? How would the sequences of events happen, and in the most commonsensical way?
Commonsensical.
It's a good word. You're welcome.
It is in beta, and it will be for a few more weeks, because typically our beta lasts 2 to 3 weeks. We've decided to open it at roughly the same time we'd begin QA. So it's going to be somewhere between kind of 6 and 8 weeks.
Yeah.
The beta will have run for.
Yeah.
So you're looking at more weeks than what we are currently on. It's going to be 4, 5, 6 weeks around there. We'll give you a proper release date. Cost is going to be whatever the normal cost is.
Yeah, sorry guys.
It's like what, $6.99, $7.99 on Steam,
I'm not
maybe
gonna,
less,
and
$3.99 on iOS.
I thought it was more for because it's a board expansion, so they're usually slightly more for board expansions.
Let's have a look at Steam. What are we currently pricing things at?
So what's
Store page.
so
So last out was Firelands.
which doesn't have a board expansion. So
Are we classing the Dragon as having a board expansion?
I would class the Dragon as having a board extension. You've also got all the tokens as well.
$4.99 for the City.
Okay.
Highlands $4.99. Dungeons $4.99.
Alright, fair enough.
So it will
it'll
be around
about-
£5, which is
It's not on offer. It's not on sale or anything, is it?
fair enough. No, it's not.
I swear, you know, it's beginning mixed up with something.
Blood Moon's not on PlayStation 4 yet. Up to the Netherrealm. That's quite vague because if you don't know the order of release. So PS4 has
Reaper, Frostmarch, Dungeons, City,
Sacred Paul,
Sacred Port,
Highland,
and
Netherrealm.
Netherrealms. I think that'll be
So
it.
the thing that they're missing where the other versions have is
Blood Moon.
Blood Moon, Firelands, and soon to be Dragons.
Yep. And it was simply because when we were we sent it over to the guys to port it, we'd only done up to Netherrealms.
Yes.
And so I think the plan is something along the line, depending on what people say.
Depending on the weather.
Yeah. Then it'll be like when all the other expansions come out, and we'll assess from there.
Yep.
I think would be what's happening.
But porting to PlayStation has definitely been an interesting experience.
Yeah.
And obviously one that we'd like to repeat.
Yeah.
It's just opportunity.
And then Xbox
I hope.
for you.
That's what I hope.
'Cause that's your console of preference, isn't it?
Yes, but I'm the only, I think, Xbox user demanding Talisman at the moment.
Yeah. Considering the demographic.
Will those
Not
come
saying anything.
before Dragons? No. It's unlikely that PlayStation will see any immediate releases.
Ooh, Cheshire Cat Bowl. It keeps teleporting between two spaces. Oh, is this the AI? Is it playing silly buggers? Let's have a look.
Oh, has it got caught in a loop? Is it kind of like the dark elf, the elf on
Dark
wood
elf.
space, where the elf used to go
You
back
can-
and forth between the
You can
woods?
chat. Oh, maybe not.
That's
Okay.
useful.
Yeah.
Glad I did that, Amanda.
Yeah, that really helped. Ooh. Ah. Doesn't it look nice?
Ooh, Cheshire Cat's running through the dungeon now.
Yeah.
Gonna destroy what's in there. Go beat the Lord of Darkness up.
Hey, that's a good question. So, what is the Lord? So, the Lord of Darkness. If you beat it with a big enough difference, you get teleported to the center of the board.
The Crown of Command.
So, is that a crown command space? Do you know? In the
Well, it's got
middle?
the crown on it, so I assume so.
Because, like,
I think it is.
oh, I was also reading the rules, as you do, the other day, and you know, when we were playing that game with the Dragon Slayers, and you had the gnome, and we weren't sure if that would work on the Dragon Realm, whatever it is.
The rules cover that one, I think.
Yeah, it should work.
Yeah.
They should work. So I need to test that, make sure it
Yeah,
works.
I think the central space of the new dragon boards are equivalent to the Crown of Command.
The Dragon Realm is, yes, but the Dragon Tower is totally different. So we're playing...
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
I think it's the equivalent.
Yeah, cool. Because what did you go up against? I mean, the Dragon Vampire Tower. We worked it out, and it was something like you had to have to get past that. You needed to. Oh my goodness.
You either had to have kind of like 6 followers or 6 lives.
Yeah, that was quite funny.
I think where the Vampire's Tower is on the Dragon Realm.
Yes.
We call it the Dragon Vampire Tower.
I'm pretty sure.
Is that its actual name?
Well, hang on. I'll go and find the board. If you know, excuse me.
I will.
Yeah. Entertain yourself.
Vamp. Come on. That was a dead good joke. The Dragon's Tower reminds me of the Wizard's Tower, equivalent of the inner region in the Talisman 3rd edition.
Okay.
Was the 3rd edition RuneScape?
What?
RuneScape, no, that's a different game. Timescape?
You'll have to look it up. I think that might be the second edition. You'll have to look it up. I'm not entirely sure. Because I know the 1st edition of Talisman didn't have Fate.
Ah, is it for it?
But and they introduced Fate in the 2nd edition of Talisman, and then my knowledge gets hazy. And here we go. Vampiric Dragon. So it says roll 1 dice and add 1 to the score of each dragon's tail on every Draconic Lord card.
So at the start of the Dragon Slayers, all Dragon Lords have 5 scales on them.
But that's been modified slightly to make it more fun, because it wasn't fun.
It was not fun.
So the way it was so they all have 5, so that was 15. So there we go. Roll 1 dice and add 1 for every dragon scale on the Dragon Lord card. So that's 15.
Guaranteed -3.
Plus whatever you've rolled. So and it was between 1 and 2 lose 1 life. Between 3
11
and 4
plus is lose 6 lives.
Yeah.
Which is what happened to me. I lost
Good
6
memories.
lives.
Good memories. Them's were the days.
I think I was the Minotaur. I had 4 lives. I had -6 and 1 follower.
Yeah.
Whereas the Vampire's Tower on the regular central board,
That would have been alright. You've been laughing.
yeah, you can give up 1 follower and negate 2 lives lost, I think.
No, 1 for
Or is it still 1 for 1?
It's 1 for 1.
Yeah, I teleported again. Right.
So look, we should pay attention.
Yes, we'll look at the cards that the AI is looking at.
This is such a good idea.
We do have that, but it was getting picked up on the mic.
Oh, right, okay. Need to get a fan.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So, Cheshire Cat Girl will take her turn, and then it will nip round to the AI, and we can see what it's doing. Because sometimes the AI has a weird, like, playing the long game. 1st edition, so Dr. Kibish. 1st edition was... Sorry, dude. 1st edition was black and white, 2nd edition was colour, but essentially exactly the same game. 3rd edition was radically different. 4th edition was based on the 2nd edition, but added Fate and made some house rules official. Revised 4th edition is what, FFG published.
So is Timescape different to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th edition?
To what my understanding of the situation is you know how Relic is kind of based on the Talisman mechanic?
Yes.
Timescape is...
Similar.
Where it's kind of like
Talisman in space.
Riffing off of, So you have characters like, they're all kind of like totally not Space Marine characters, but are sort of thing.
Fair enough.
Oh. So Cheshire Cat Girl teleporting. Has she taken multiple turns? Or maybe is there a space that makes you do multiple turns, or have I just imagined that?
She's just faced the martial artist Stranger. I'm not sure what that guarantees her.
Let's look on Talisman Wiki.
Oh yeah, I can't look at cards now, can I?
Sorry. I'm enjoying Dragon. This is Domain of Dragon.
Yes.
I think it was a good choice that they suggested, because I quite like how, if you pick up an item, then you need to put this one on top of the deck.
I don't. I think it was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I died.
Grillipus.
It was constantly Grillipus.
Yes. Because it would be. Imagine trying to do that though. Imagine playing a Domain of Dragon games physically. You'd have to constantly remember. Oh, okay, yes, I've pulled it, and I've pulled it, and I'm playing on that one, so I put that one there.
Cards are tiny in real life.
Crumbs, they are quite
Like
thinky.
that.
Yeah. Woohoo! So AI.
Wow, 70.
Ah.
Fredo's picked up.
Why? How is
It's
the...
teleporting between... Right, so what does the Conjurer do?
So she seemed to have the ability to go between those 4 spaces.
You may conjure whenever you encounter a space from instructions. Draw 1 or more adventure cards in the space.
She's got no teleportability, so there'll be something on those spaces that is allowing her to teleport.
If the space does not already have any adventure cards, you may move a face-up adventure card in the same. What items does she have then?
Ooh, Wood Elf. Ah, it may be that.
Right.
There we go.
So,
There we go.
Talisman for ages, the character, the elf,
Yes.
as I mentioned before, used to get confused between how far away a valuable item was and the quickest way to get there.
Yeah.
So it used to go from one woods to another woods to another woods to another woods because it'd constantly reassess where it was and go, I want to be at the other woods. So we've updated that and fixed that, but it appears the logic that's gone in for the woodland elf stranger or
Okay.
follower
Yes. Might be.
might mimic that old behaviour.
Interesting. Well, because there was 4 spaces that were glowing, so maybe somebody's.
The wood spaces are glowing.
There's only 3 wood spaces though on the base.
Alright, the Firelands is in play.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's have a look. See what's happened there. Ooh!
Demolished.
Oh wow!
Straight to the centre.
Go Cheshire Girl!
Yay, bag of holding.
Get in.
So you're facing Grillipus.
Door. Yep. Use Dragonbane.
I think this is a win. So thank you very much for coming. I'd say battering us, but I was just beaten by the game. I just couldn't.
I couldn't get a foot into it.
Yeah.
That's the old talisman thing. Once you kind of get your foot in,
You alright?
yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, well done.
Yeah, so the AI is using the woodland elf like the old elf bug, transporting back into between the wood spaces. Especially as I think there's a pantheon on each. Oh no, it's a cathedral and a pantheon.
Because Cheshire Cat Girls beat the game.
Yep, so this game is drawing to an end. Cheshire Cat Girl wins. She's there we go. We have a winner.
Well done.
So that's a nice little zoom in on the central space there for the dragon
Tower.
Correct. Dragon tower.
Yeah.
So typically you'd have to go round in a circle up each step, and each step allows you to draw 1, 2 or 3 cards.
Oh, because this was the movement on the tower is a bit weird. So you you move one at a time, but so you know how you move and then encounter that space that you just landed on, right?
Yes.
So the way the Dragon Tower works is you move, but on your next turn you encounter the space that you were on, if that makes sense. So on your next, so you'll enter the Dragon Tower, you'll be like, oh right, great. You'll then move to the next space, and then your turn ends, and you'll be like, what the heck's happened? And then on your next turn, it'll be like it'll only give you the option to move back, and you go, oh hang on, what's happened here? But because it says on the space, the only way you can go forward is by defeating whatever cards you encounter.
Yes.
And if you defeat whatever cards you encounter, the game will then move you forward.
Game hangs when click next on the winner. Maybe. Will it repeat for me?
Ooh, Fredo.
Has that progressed for you now, Fredo? Oh, Feda win. Because I had that earlier, and that was like for the longest time we were having complaints from users that they'd get to the end of a game and then transition in between the winner screen and the profile XP screen. It just hang, nothing had happened.
Yeah.
And we did put a fix in for that. Just Alt F4'd.
Alright.
We'll look into that more because we know roughly the code where it was going wrong last time, so maybe there was something that was overlooked last time. Because we have caught it previously. But we'll look into that for you.
That and the elf follower.
And the elf follower acting as the old elf did.
Anyway.
Right, thank you very much for joining us.
Good.
Fighting Fancy Legends, if you want to pre-order it, we're 10% off. There are links, I'll put them back in the chat. Oh, I didn't separate them. Anyway, there's Green Man Gaming, Gamers Gate, and Bundle Stars. You can all pre-order Fighting Fancy Legends on. You don't know what it is, just go YouTube Fighting Fancy Legends Nomad. That'll come up with our trailer. And Dragon's Beta will continue for a few more weeks. We'll look to get a release date for you whenever possible.
You'll know
So-
as soon as we know.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we do know before.
As soon as we know. So as soon as we know, we will let you know. And that's probably better English. Yes, anyway.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for
guys.
playing with us. Thanks for commenting and
Come
all
back
that
next
business. We'll be back next week. We're not sure what we're doing next week.
No, not yet, really.
We'll figure it out and let you
Failing
know
that-
in the Steam forums.
Failing that, we will be playing Talisman in it, because it's always a lark.
Yeah, we'll be here next Thursday anyway.
Mm.
Thank you very much for joining us again. Take care.